business is trying to recover money it's owed, you may have come across the term CCJ. CCJs are also known as county court judgments, and these are judgments which are handed down by county courts located in England and Wales. CCJs can be made against either an individual or a company and are typically used as a means of recouping an outstanding debt. When a CCJ is made and concerns a monetary sum, the CCJ will be registered on the Statutory Register of Judgments, Orders and Fines. This register is operated by Registry Trust Limited on behalf of the Ministry of Justice. This means that individuals who have a CCJ successfully issued against them may find it difficult to obtain credit. A CCJ can also affect an individual's credit score, further hampering their efforts to borrow money or secure loans or a mortgage in the future. CCJs remain on the Register of Judgments, Orders and Fines for 6 years unless they are paid by the debtor within the first month of their issue. If you're attempting to recover a debt from an individual, then there are a few steps that you must take first before applying for a CCJ against them. For example, where an individual owes money, the creditor must first initiate what is known as a pre-action protocol. This involves sending the debtor a letter of claim, also known as a pre-action protocol letter, and providing them with 30 days to respond or arrange payment or a payment plan. As a debt collection and recovery specialist, Higgins Limited will send the appropriate letter for you. If after 30 days the debtor has not responded, the creditor will move to the next stage of the debt recovery process, taking court action against the debtor. The process against an individual will generally follow these steps. A business concludes that the debtor is unwilling and/or unlikely to pay an outstanding debt that the business is owed. This is confirmed following the non-response from the debtor. The county court claim form is then served on the debtor, requiring them to pay the debt plus the interest and costs within 14 days from the date of service. The court form will be sent to the debtor by post. The form will explain to the debtor how much they owe, how they can pay, the deadline by which they must pay, and who to pay. If the debtor does not pay the debt within the specified time frame, the debtor is said to be in default and the creditor may apply for a CCJ. A CCJ allows the creditor to proceed to enforcement action. In the case of recovering a debt from another business, a business should first exhaust all standard options for recovering the money, such as issuing invoices, reminder letters, and telephone calls. Should that not work, the next step is to either issue a letter before action. This sets out the amount owed and a statement that legal action will be taken should the debt not be paid. Or issue a late payment demand letter. This sets out the amount owed and a claim for compensation under the late payment of commercial debt regulations. If either of these letters result in non-payment, then the next step involves initiating legal action against the debtor business through the county court. The process then follows the same path as obtaining a CCJ against an individual. It's important to note that in this instance, the CCJ is issued directly against the company, not the company directors. Obtaining a CCJ is a major step, but it doesn't guarantee payment. If the debtor still refuses to pay, enforcement action may be necessary. To begin enforcement, you must first pay a court fee. This fee is set on a sliding scale and is based upon the value of your claim. The first step in pursuing enforcement action should be researching the debtor's financial situation. Do they have the financial means to repay the debt? There are a number of ways that a creditor can go about answering this question. If the debtor is a company, then much useful information can be obtained via Companies House, such as annual accounts or charges against business assets. For individuals, a credit search will often reveal a clearer picture of their financial situation. Publicly available information, such as land registry registers of title, can help identify assets. Bailiffs can be instructed by the court to collect money from the debtor. You can ask a county court to instruct bailiffs by asking for a warrant of control. A warrant of control gives bailiffs permission to remove and sell goods belonging to the debtor in an effort to seek recovery of the debt. Higgins Limited instructs bailiffs where the judgment debt, costs and interest is less than £600. Where a CCJ is above this figure, Higgins Limited instructs a High Court enforcement officer. There are a number of circumstances where debtors can avoid, or at least delay, enforcement. For example, if bankruptcy proceedings have begun, it is generally not possible to issue a CCJ or take enforcement action unless the debt is secured, or you have the permission of the court to proceed with enforcement. In some instances, a debtor can be placed into what's known as breathing space, also known as the debt respite scheme. This allows the debtor the right legal protection from their creditors. However, this scheme relates only to individuals, not companies. There are two types of breathing space open to debtors. Standard breathing space. This provides the debtor with protection from creditor action for up to 60 days. These protections include freezing most enforcement action and contact from creditors. Mental health crisis breathing space. This is only available to debtors who are receiving mental health crisis treatment. To summarise, a CCJ is a powerful legal mechanism for recovering unpaid debts. It formalises what's owed, impacts the debtor's credit profile, and opens the door to enforcement action if necessary. However, success depends on following the correct process and choosing the right enforcement strategy. Let Thomas Higgins help you collect your debts today.